Hey y'all. I'm using this pen as my microphone because I left my microphone in the car and I'm not going to get that right now. But this one is for the girls that feel like their heart has hardened over the years, dealing with partners that made them feel unsafe or uncomfortable to the point where you feel like you can't wear your heart on your sleeve anymore. And so, yeah. I was listening to this podcast for the girls, and the episode was basically talking about your heart being hardened and how difficult it is to date or be in a relationship with anyone when you have gotten to that point. And I chuckled when I saw it, and I was like, that's the one I'm listening to today. Because I was just journaling, and I realized that for this past 7 days, consistently, I have been journaling, stretching, doing my yoga and mat Pilates, meditating, and moving my body and drinking my mushroom coffee or some tea consistently for the last 7 days. And I love that for myself. And so, through me realizing that and reading back through my journaling pages for the last few days, I realized that I feel like I'm getting softer. And I didn't realize how much I have hardened over the last few months until I allowed my body to be in a state of peace and ease and fluidity for me to feel safe right now. So cheers to me for feeling a little more safe now. But then it got me thinking, the last few years, I have worked overtime, doing the shadow work, journaling, meditating, solo dates, solo traveling, just really getting to the root of why I felt so hardened, why I felt I needed to protect my heart so much, and to eliminate that, essentially, to get back into the state of flow, to get back into my divine feminine energy. And what switched? What happened? Why did I feel recently that I needed to get tough again? I feel like I haven't really been in my feminine energy, divine feminine energy, as much as I normally would. And there was just some sort of disconnect. And I'm like, where's the disconnect? Like, what's happening? What changed? And it got me thinking. For one, I stopped doing the daily things that brought me peace, that tapped into my divine feminine energy. Simple things like wearing my crystals, or putting on jewelry, accessorizing, stretching. Stretching allows my body to get the energy flowing throughout my body, moving that energy. Also, journaling, getting things out of my mind and on paper and being able to look at it from a bird's eye view to see what the bigger picture is. Why am I ruminating with these thoughts when I could just journal about it, get it out of my system, recognize it for what it is, and move accordingly? I stopped doing the things that allowed me to be in my divine feminine energy. And that's understandable. If you create this foundation, you create these habits that lead you to identity shift where you are feeling more feminine, are feeling more divine, and then you neglect that or stop doing those things and partaking in those activities, of course you're going to feel differently. So I believe that's one reason why I feel like I've hardened. Also, just the way people have been speaking to me. I don't know. I have a thing as an Aries. I am very, very passionate. I can speak with a lot more assertiveness than normal people would be able to tolerate, in a way, to put it into simple forms. But I also am able to distinguish when I need to be in that energy, when I need to raise my voice more, when I need to up my tone a little bit more and when not to. And I find this extra funny because as I'm rereading my journal and just brain dumps, things I'm just randomly writing about, noting down mental notes, I realized that like the men in my life, when they speak to me with a higher, like more bass, I don't know if it's more bass in their voice or just like getting louder than usual, that sets off a trigger because it just automatically puts me back in a state of similar situations where I've had men literally yelling at me, screaming at me, and I'm like this. Like, I don't feel safe. Like, I have to be to match your energy. Heavy Pisces placements. So I'm gonna absorb what energy people give off to me, but I'm also gonna kind of move with that and kind of match that energy. So I feel like the men recently in my life have been more rah, rah, and that's how it's coming off to me. And so for me to be in that state, it's like, oh, I have to protect myself. Like I have to make sure that I'm good, because I'm not feeling as safe right now. And I don't know if you guys also experience this, but that just throws my feminine energy all the way off because I've even gotten to the point where I've had encounters with guys and they're like, you're acting like a man, like you're too tough. Why are you gotta be all this and that? And I'm like, because you made me feel this way. Like you literally put me in a position where I don't feel safe enough to be in my feminine energy. And yeah, we can say like, oh, don't allow others outside of you to sway who you are, but your environment definitely plays a role. And so the way people speak to me definitely plays a role on how I respond. And so I truly believe that that's another reason why I feel like I've been so protective of my own self, my own energy, because lately I haven't been feeling very, very safe in that area. Yeah. I don't know. So that just kind of triggered something when I was listening to the podcast about for the girls whose hearts have hardened. I find that very funny because I felt like I was falling into that energy and I didn't realize that I was getting back into my masculine energy because I was protecting myself. And so until I started doing the simple things, the more feminine things to get me back into my feminine energy, to realize like, hey, I haven't been as feminine as I need to be, as I would like to be. That feels safe to me because I haven't been in the right spaces or around the right people to allow me to feel comfortable enough to be in that energy. And I just thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, if you're feeling like you're kind of like out of alignment, where you're not in the energy that you want to be in, maybe it's time to just do an audit of your life. Look at the people around you. Look at the environments that you're in. Look at the spaces that you visit, the communities that you're a part of, and remove what doesn't make you feel safe and double down on the things that allow you to be yourself. And yeah, that's the video. So I jumped right into this episode, which is beautiful. I love that. But if you've listened to the end, I am your host, Dania Patrice, and this is When Shift Happens, the podcast. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoy it, then leave a girl 5 stars because we are 5-star chicks over here. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow, send it to somebody who's a divine feminine. I feel like your heart hardened over the years. Or even for the masculine energy, if you feel like you too have been wronged in a way that force you to basically shield yourself, you deserve that too. You deserve that too. But yeah, that's the episode, that's the video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, blessings, Ashe.